I was last at the beach, I skimmed a flat round stone over the water. Then I sat down on the softly cracking sand. It's my favorite, burrowing my fingers down into the sand. After digging for a little while, the water oozes around your fingertips. The hole becomes a well, a moat, a spring, a secret channel to the sea. My fingers curled around something solid, and gradually I dislodged a large irregular lump and brought it to the surface. When the sand coating was wiped off, a green tint appeared. It was impossible to say whether it had been a bottle, a tumbler, or a window pane in a previous life. It was nothing but pure glass. Almost a precious stone, a edelgesteente, a juweel. Perhaps it really was a jewel after all, something worn by a mysterious princess, trailing her fingers in the water as she sat in the stern of a boat and listened to the slaves singing as they rowed her across the bay. Or the oak sides of a sunken Elizabethan treasure chest that split apart, being rolled over and over by the sea, and its jewels had reached the shore at last. I turn it in my hands, hold it to the light. It pleases me, it puzzles me. The same impulse which leads a child to pick up one pebble in a path strewn with him, promising it a life of warmth and security instead of a cold, lonely existence on a lost path. It might so easily have been any other of the millions of stones, but it was me. A lump of glass is on the mantelpiece, on top of a little pile of bills, and serves as a paperweight. But it is also a natural stopping place for my eyes should they wander from my book. The tree outside the window taps very gently on the pane. I want to sit and think, quietly, calmly, never to be interrupted, never to have to rise from my chair. I want to sink deeper and deeper away from the surface with its hard, separate facts. To steady myself and keep me present, let me catch hold of the first thought that pops up. Tree. Wood. I have heard my father and his friends talk about black people as houtkopper, wooden heads. Well, this has to be true, because one night very late, our garden boy Simpiwe, but we called him by his white name, Dennis, arrived at our stoop and banged on the door. There stood Dennis with the axe chopped into his head. He looked fine, he just wanted to know whether my father could take him to hospital. So, with the axe in his head, it made sense that he was a houtkop, a wooden head. Otherwise, how did he manage to walk and talk and not fall down dead? At the hospital, they removed the axe, and the next day, Dennis was working again. He just wanted an aspirin for his headache. My mother said they must have been drinking again last night. That's why he's got a headache. Another night, I got woken with a fright by the familiar sound of a black woman shouting for help. Mawe! Mawe! Hey! Hey! I know the sound well. There's always fighting in the streets late at night. Men beating on their women. No one knows exactly what to do with their built-up rage. My mother and father jump up and go outside. I look through the window. Blue lights flashing. A lot of running this way, that way. A cop shouting, "Where is he? Tell us now. Where is he? Don't be stupid, woman. Where is he?" Then my parents come back inside and say they have to go to the police station. There's troubles with Elsie's son, Gromla, or Percy, his white name. The next morning, us children get the full story. There was a bomb blast at a power station, and Elsie's son, Percy, was somehow involved. My father says the police believe that the FAFI rings are being used as networks to pass information between the band members from Umkhonto we Sizwe. That's the military wing from the ANC like a national congress. The grown-ups also speak about the Rivonia raids, where 10 ANC members were arrested. Papa. My dad said, if the shit hits the fan, we must move to his childhood farm in Douglas in the Karoo. He says there are miles and miles of fuck all. Fuck all. Nothing. And that we can live off the land and be out of danger. I have visions of us running around in animal skins and planting vegetables and chasing after buck and sitting around fires gnawing on bones and talking in grunts like prehistoric people, like Fred Flintstone and them. Elsie is not herself when she comes back from the police station. She constantly holds her stomach and she can't look at my mother or I when we speak to her. She also has a blue eye like a boxer, and her lips are swollen and even more thicker than usual. Elsie, I had a dream. I'm sitting on a throne. I'm surrounded by a number of women of all different races. They're bringing bowls of food to me and place them at my feet. The aromas wind their way to my nose and make my stomach rumble with anticipation. Somewhere, someone is playing music with a very happy melody, and I find myself floating with total power and might thundering through my veins.